If that's how darts is going and that's how it gets played now, have fun. I'm off ski. I'm away going for a game of golf or something. I ain't going through that again.
Have you ever heard of the Tablegate incident? During the 2021 PDC World Darts Championship, Scotsman Gary Anderson and Austrian Mensur Suljović clashed in the third round. Both players knew each other well and have been part of the professional darts circuit for ages. They have already faced each other twice in the finals of major TV tournaments in the past. In 2017, Mensur Suljović won the Champions League of Darts and thus his first and to date only major title against Anderson. The following year saw a rematch between the two at the 2018 edition of the World Match Play. This final would go down in the history books. In a high-class match, both played an average of over 100 points and played the incredible distance of 40 legs. The final is normally played in a first to 18 legs format, but the two clear leg rule meant that it went into extra time several times. In the end, the lucky winner was Gary Anderson, who won the match 21-19 despite an average of over 3 points less than Suljović. The 2021 PDC World Darts Championship, which traditionally begins in December of the previous year, was the first World Championship under the influence of the COVID pandemic. As a result, some changes were made. For example, no spectators were allowed on site this year. The players did not greet the referees and opponents with a handshake as usual, but either from a distance or with a fist pump. And one change caused quite a stir afterwards. For the first time, two tables were set up for the water and the darts of the two players, one to the left and one to the right of the Aki. This meant that each player had their own table and not the usual split table on the right-hand side of the stage. In recordings of the World Championship from the year before, you can still see how both players share a table and take turns standing at the table after their throw. In an interview after the match, Anderson said that the tables had been allocated to them before the tournament, and that he should use the right-hand table and Suljović the left-hand table.
For a start, we were told what tables we're on. I ended up on the wrong table for the duration of the game. I thought even Sky would have picked up on what table the players should have been for a start, and it could have been done right away, but obviously not.
During Suljović's walk-on, you can see how he goes to the right-hand table, presumably out of habit, and briefly points to the right-hand table to indicate, "Is this my table?" He obviously doesn't contradict the referee and stays there. Anderson, who comes in second, must therefore use the left table as seen by the players. Anderson said after the match that it particularly annoyed him to know that this was actually his table, and that Suljović stood at the table for so long each time that Anderson had to cross in front of him to get to his table, instead of behind his opponent as usual while he was throwing. But it wasn't just the table that upset Anderson, but also Suljović's slow style of play.
Mensur, he's a slow player, we know that, but maybe...
Is he?
Slow.
Did you watch the last set?
Yep.
Or the third set? Was he slow then? Nah, he wasn't slow. Was he?
Yeah, I mean, you knew he was slower than what you can usually expect.
Mensur is known for not being the fastest player, but it was particularly noticeable in this match. He often took his time and played aimlessly with his equipment or kept putting the darts down between throws. Anderson then accused him of doing this on purpose to throw him off his rhythm. Anderson went on to say that if that was the direction darts was going, then he didn't want to play anymore.
But, if that's darts, I'm off ski. Simple as that. If that's how darts is going and that's how it gets played now, have fun. I'm off ski. I'm away going for a game of golf or something. I ain't going through that again.
As we know today, he didn't and is still active. In the end, Anderson narrowly won the match 4-3. Suljović did not comment directly after the match, but he was asked about the situation in an interview during the Masters the following year. There he explained that he was not aware of any guilt and that he could not understand Anderson's accusations regarding the table situation, especially as Anderson won the match in the end. Regarding his slow throwing style, he said in another interview that he was very nervous in the match and thought he might get dartitis.
not like this. Gary Anderson is gentleman. What's this table? This is, it's for me not world champion. Really. But I like him. Brilliant player, world champion. But it's not correct. I never see the table this left side, this side. Is this problem with this game? No, never. This problem in the head. Maybe it's problem in moment of I'm no problem. Tell me, buddy, you go off this side. This is you table. This is you table. It's no problem. I will not tell me. Pick me. Tell this, buddy. I pick you. Everything is okay. I lose. It's big problem. But no, I win.
This was not the first time Mensur was criticized for his slow style of play. After Jermaine Wadamena clearly lost to Suljović 10-1 at the World Matchplay 2019, the Dutchman said in an interview, "Darts is not like it was in the past. It's not a fair game anymore," Wadamena claimed. I want to recall Joe Cullen's comments. "You need to win fair matches on merit. If you want to win like this, then that's your choice. Suljović is a cheater." However, he later apologized for his statements. Suljović is certainly not one of the fastest players on tour, like Ricky Evans, for example. But he is still far from the slowest. Compared to the legendary Terry Down, Suljović is certainly on the faster side. Furthermore, one should not forget that Mensur was already a top 10 player, multiple Premier League darts participant, and major winner. Even if he is sometimes underestimated, he is one of the sport's greats. And only a Mensur Suljović can give us moments like these.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, public. Thank you, guys.
Bullseye! He's not gone for it. He thinks someone averaging 101 over 9 on 5 sets is not going to take out 161. 60, 51 ball. 60!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on now! Bullseye! That is insane! That is insane, John Parr!
That is absolutely what we want to see.
I'm so happy. I'm happy.